Okay, so I think we need to have a serious conversation about Thai culture. Yikes. We are ready to dine on a night out in Phuket. As you guys can see, this is the Thailand with Richie group trip. It is bustling out here on the streets at 6:30 p.m. in Phuket. We are actually near Old Town and we're hungry and we are ready to eat. It has been a nice day for me personally because I got to actually chill today, relax, relate, and release. And now I am ready to eat. We have an option between rice and noodles. Which should I choose? Let's see what we have here on this good menu. What would you choose? What are your thoughts? What do you want to get? What do you want to do when you come visit Thailand? I gotta tell y'all, Thai food is absolutely amazing. This chicken right here, baby, it was amazing. And then we got some water, a Coke, and an orange tangerine drink that tastes just like someone squeezed an orange or a tangerine directly into the container. It is so good. So I ended up going with the noodle dish and shrimp. However, to my utter dismay, it was noodles with gravy or sort of like it's sort of like almost like a gelatin like gravy, and I wasn't expecting that. So this was not my favorite dish, but the restaurant was super amazing and super accommodating, and I ended up going with a fried rice dish instead. That was amazing. Pick it up and let me see. We made it. So here we are in the heart of Old Town, and it's time to do a little bit of shopping at the local markets. I absolutely love this area. The feel of it, the vibe is just really, really chill, relaxed, laid back, even though there is quite a bit of activity and the streets are filled with cars, filled with people. It doesn't feel overly packed, if that makes any sense. It just kind of feels like a nice little area to kind of take a breath and take a beat and get some shopping done. I will tell you, it is extremely hot. It is super hot. You can't quite tell right now, but I am drenched in sweat. And I want to tell you guys that it feels so good to be someplace where no one is trying to take away anyone's rights. I feel relatively safe everywhere I've gone. So the first night I got here, not the first night, I think it was one of the first nights, I was hungry and it was like midnight. And the concierge at the hotel, or the receptionist, whatever you want to call it, I was like, hey, is there anything to eat anywhere? And she said, yeah, you can just go across the street to 7-Eleven and they have like food and snacks there. But mind you, it's like 12:30 in the morning. So I was like, all right, well, I don't know about all that because, I was like, I don't know where I am. It's like 12:30. I was like, is it safe? She was like, yeah, of course it's safe. So I walk out of the hotel and I walk to the 7-Eleven, and I'm like, yo, like, I mean, I did feel safe. Now, I don't know. I'm sure there are places where it's maybe not so safe, but just from the places that I've been, I don't feel like I'm anywhere where someone's out to get me for the color of my skin, or that someone's out to get me for any other reason. I just kind of feel like I'm just in a safe space. And again, the culture here is like, I feel like it's just like relatively peaceful, just in terms of like cultural norms themselves. So I would say that if you are looking for a place to come that's outside the US, where you can really afford the sort of cost of living or the cost of the vacation, meaning the dollar will take you pretty far here, I think that Thailand is definitely a place you should come. Would definitely advise going to Bangkok just for the experience. I'd also recommend coming to Phuket just for the experience as well, although I do feel like Phuket gives more vacation vibes, so there's definitely a lot more tourists here, so you'll see that. But yeah, all in all, I mean, I think that if you are looking for some place to go and vacation, to get away from the chaos, the madness that is currently happening in the US, not to make this a political thing because I don't want it to feel like that. I just want you to know that there are places where you can go that you, especially if you're a black person or a person of color, or actually honestly any race here, I feel like you're just welcome, and that's just that. And I love that, because our group could have been a group of any types of people and everybody would have felt welcome. So I don't know, that's just my take on it. If you've been to Thailand, let me know what your experience was and if you feel the same way. I definitely want to come back, and to be honest with you, I could see myself living here. I definitely could. I'm gonna pause for a second right here because I feel like there are people behind me that I don't want to film, that we're walking very, very close. So yeah, so right now we're in the market, well, one of the markets, and we're just doing some shopping. So you can see all the shops around here. You can see everybody's kind of hanging out. It looks really nice out here. Really nice, really peaceful. Trying to avoid all the people. This is like a little area where people are taking photos. And here we are at the night market. This is where food vendors do a ton of trade at the Phuket night markets, making this an excellent spot to enjoy your evening meal, experience genuine Thai food, Thai street food, and shop in cool comfort all at the same time. These are going to be some of the best food options to choose from around the island, or so I'm told. I love this because I really wasn't prepared for the sheer amount of people that would be out at 9 p.m. and it was just super surprising to me. We just left a food area and now we're entering what is sort of like a vintage slash discount clothing area. You can find everything here from shirts to jackets, vintage clothing items that you would absolutely pay a ton more for if you were to buy them anyplace else. And I just feel like there are so many options here for so much. You've got jewelry, you've got your shirts, you've got jackets, pants, all of that. And situated right next to this, I don't know if you can see it, but people are getting massages. I absolutely love this place. It is, when I tell you, like, for it to be this many people out here and for it to fill this zen, it almost feels like, how is this even possible? As you can see, look at this. I just thought that this was so spectacular. And it's like a little cafe slash bar restaurant. And of course, like I said, you've got more vendors every time you turn the corner. This is insane. This is like a little thrift market. I really wanted to purchase this jacket, but I remember that 44-pound weight limit that we had for the plane from Phuket to Bangkok, and I had a flight back to Bangkok. I was like, I can't stuff anything else in there. I'm not gonna lie to you, I actually went off exploring on my own during this portion of the night market excursion, and I totally got emotional. Just thinking about the sheer amount of people that are here, the way that I feel in this moment, it was just such a surreal experience to, I think, just as a person of color, just sort of being in this environment and just sort of feeling at peace. That is something that you cannot buy. That feeling of just feeling like, I'm just here, I'm just vibing, and there are just all sorts of people that are all around shopping. There's some designer things here. So if you are a designer luxury shopper, then this is going to be the place for you. You definitely want to find yourself here. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So I'm trying to get some footage of all of the designer items, all of the vintage items, all of the regular streetwear items as well. And just taking all this in, this is why I love doing these group trips. The complete exploration, the immersion in the culture, I just find it to be so peaceful, so rewarding. This is something I'm super excited about doing in Cape Town when we have our Cape Town trip coming up in November 30th through December the 7th. We're going to be doing this again in Costa Rica coming up soon. So if you are looking for a group travel excursion, then definitely click the link in the description down below and check out one of our group trips that we have coming up. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click the like button if you like travel, motivational content, as well as lifestyle content. And I will see you in the next video.